Hi, this video is about indices and on the second rule, which is on division. So these are the rules of indices. We've already discussed the first rule, which is multiplication of indices of the same base. Today we're going to be discussing the division. So when your bases are the same, you're going to subtract the powers or indices. So it's also worth taking note that any base raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. And if the base is raised to the first power, is equal to the base itself. So we don't need to write 1 as a power. Instructions for division could be simplified. So if you have d to the cube divided by d square, d cube means you will see d 3 times multiplied together, and d square is the d multiplied by itself. So as a rule, if you can see it here, if the numerator and denominator are the same, that's equal to 1. It's like saying how many a's goes into a? 1. So in here, you can cancel the d. So that's going to be 1 pair, and there's another 1 there. So you just left with 1d. So d to the first, or we don't need to write 1, so it's just a d. So we can write it down as d cubed divided by d square is equal to d to the 3 minus 2, or d1, or just d. Instruction could also be as write as a single power of 7 in this case. So 7 to the 5th divided by 7 squared. Common base is 7, copy that, and then subtract the powers. 5 minus 2 is 3, so you have 7 cubed. You can simplify indices with coefficients. Coefficients are numbers before the letters. So divide the coefficients first. That's 15 divided by 3. And then the letters. So for the same base is 8. Is W. So subtract the powers. 8 minus 5. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. For the W, 8 minus 5 is 3. So 5W cubed. You will also see instructions as evaluate or find the value of. This question says 3 to the 5th times 3 squared divided by 3 to the 4th. You have a combination of more than one rule. In the numerator, you have a multiplication. So you copy the common base 3 and add the powers 5 plus 2. And then divided by the denominator 3 to the 4th. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So you have 3 to the 7th divided by 3 to the 4th. So division means subtracting the powers. So 7 minus 4 is 3. So you have 3 cubed. Because you are asked to find the value of your answer, so you have 3 cubed, that means 3 times 3 times 3, you will have 27. Also take note that in dividing indices, the division, you have the fraction. It can be in a fraction form, or you just write the division symbol. Now it's time for some exercise. So while you're working this out, I want you to press the pause button and press play again when you are ready to see the answers. So these are the answers. For number 1, you have a common base of 3 and the powers are the same. So when you subtract the powers, 8 minus 8, you will have 0. So as a rule, any base raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. For number 2, you have w to the 4th divided by w to the negative 7. So you have different signs there. So when you're dividing, you subtract the powers. So 4 minus negative 7. Minus minus becomes a positive. So 4 plus 7, you have 11. W to the 11th. For number 3, you have various letters. So deal with the common bases first. So you have r cubed divided by r. No power means 1. So 3 minus 1 for the r. For the s, there's no other s in the bottom. So you just copy s to the 7th. For the v, you have 8 on the top and 10 at the bottom. So 8 minus 10. So simplifying that, you have r squared s to the 7th v to the negative 2. So it's negative because you have 8 minus 10. For number 4, you deal with the coefficients. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. For the m, common base m, you have 3 minus 2. And for the n, you have 6 minus 4. 21 divided by 3 is 7. And you have m to the first power and n squared. So write as a power of 3. You have a combination of rules here. So for the top, you going to add the powers, copy the common base 3, 4, and 5, add up, you have a 9, and subtract 2 from the denominator. So 9 minus 2 is 7. So your answer as a power of 3 is 3 to the 7th. For the last one, so you have 2 to the 9th times 2 to the negative 2. So copy the common base of 2, 9 plus negative 2. So different signs there here. So you have 2 minus 7 on the top and minus the denominator's power, which is 4. 7 minus 4 is 3. So you have 2 cubed. That means 2 times 2 times 2, which will give you 8. So 8 is the value of this question. I hope you got your answers right, and thank you for watching.